Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Intensity Racing League Short Track Series. Tonight, these super late models are going to be racing at the last Great Coliseum. That's Bristol Motor Speedway here in Bristol, Tennessee. Been watching practice, and this should be an exciting race as we're going to have 10 cars for this one. I'm going to be your announcer, Atlee Atmanwees, and joining me tonight is experienced iRacer, Alex Veith. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Good. You can say experienced, but not fast, because I am not that.
I mean, the amount of years you've been in iRacing is just a number. You could have been in iRacing for 10 years, and
It's months, actually. I'm at 8 months now, I think.
oh, so you're a newbie like me.
Yeah, I'm a pandemic racer.
Same here. I joined iRacing in like April 1st or 2nd.
I was beginning of July, I think July 5th.
Yep, I mean, it's awesome to see how many people have joined iRacing since the start of the pandemic. I mean, it's so cool that, like, iRacing was growing. I mean, with the Pro Invitational series and the eNASCAR Coca-Cola series gaining popularity. It's so cool with that.
iRacing was always my goal, but it just took me a while to transition from console to PC.
Right, I think that's what a lot of people with playing like Project Cars and stuff on the PS4 or Xbox and then transitioning over to that. But a look right now at the action here with 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in practice. Looks like Daniel Folds currently has the fastest time with a 14.44. Got Brendan Queen in second. He is currently back, missed last race, and we're excited to see what he's going to be able to do. He's 14.45. And then Kyle Meyer, last race is winner. He had a 14.52. And to just quickly cover over last race, I mean, it was 0 cautions, 60 laps, and Kyle Meyer led every single one of them. He had a 2-second lead over Daniel Folds, and it was pretty much like that the entire race. Kept the lead the entire time. Tyler Tomasi finished 3rd. Blake Stallings 4th. Isaiah Gill finished 5th. Zachary Wilson finished 6th. And Tillman Hewer finished 7th. And we did only have 7 cars. Oh! Eddie Morris into the inner safer barrier.
I expected Eddie to be better than that, seeing how he's like basically lives in Bristol almost. I think he said like an hour away.
Right, as you see with his bio, 32 years old from Sevierville, Tennessee, with Intensity Racing Team. There's Kyle Meyer again. He was last race's winner. See how well.
I've been to Sevierville. I didn't realize it was that close.
Were you located in Alex?
I'm in Illinois, but I went to the Smoky Mountains this fall on vacation. I didn't realize Bristol, Tennessee was that close to Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg.
Right, that's kind of the area. But there we go. Looks like practice has concluded, and we are getting set to see who is going to be the fastest here in qualifying. This is a fixed setup here in the Intensity Racing League Short Track Series, so there's not much really you can change, but these drivers throughout practice are going to be, I mean, that's what I mean throughout qualifying, but right, what they were doing in practice was, testing what's the good brake bias. That's especially important in the Short Track Series with all these, like, about from 0.3 of a mile all the way to, I think the largest is 0.8 of a mile, so very, very short track. So you're going to use a lot of braking, so I think definitely experimenting with the brake bias is going to be a big thing, as first person on the track is Joseph Wright. Let's see how well he does.
Yeah, these cars are rocket fast here. I believe they're just as fast, if not faster, than your Monster Energy Cup cars around this place.
Man, that's actually very surprising. And Joe had a 14.70. And that puts him on the top of the board. But he is the only person that has set a time, as we got Daniel Folds and Eddie Morse on the track right now. As Daniel Folds, expect him to do good, as he was the fastest in practice. He was runner-up last race in that number 09. We'll also see how Eddie Morse is going to do. Joseph Wright is going back out for his second lap. And Daniel Folds hops to the top of the board with a 14.46, 200ths off his time in practice. Eddie Morse had a 14.62. That's 2/10 off of Daniel Folds.
Yeah, Daniel Folds did not improve on a second lap there.
Like, we have Zach Wilson heading out on the track right now, along with Kyle Meyer, last race's winner. Blake Stallings, he has been pretty good throughout these races. He's been a consistent top 5 driver, finished 4th last race. We'll see how well he does. There goes Isaiah Gill and Brendan Queen, 2 previous race winners. Isaiah Gill won at Nashville, and then Brendan Queen won the first race that we had at New Smyrna. Oh no, Five Flags. It's the 2 Florida tracks. Zach Wilson was able to get to second on the board with a 14.57. Brendan Queen.
It's not not long lived, because he's all the way down to 4th. Brendan Folds, Kyle Meyer 14.45. Brendan Queen with a 14.51.
Wow, Kyle Meyer doing the exact same thing that he did last race and jumps to the top of the board in qualifying. Kyle Meyer actually last race, I mean, it just seemed like he had practiced for hours and hours and hours before the race at the super late models at Langley in the fixed setup. Is he was fastest in practice, he was fastest in qualifying, and he was fastest in the race, had the fastest time, led all 60 laps, and there he goes, jumping to the top of the board. It ended up, though, coming down to the thousandths of a second between Kyle Meyer and Daniel Folds, but Kyle Meyer ended up having the fastest time.
Yeah, sometimes the fixed setup falls in your driving style, and other times it does not.
Right, like last race, I mean, everybody was complaining about the setup. Nobody liked it. And let's take a look at the weather. 77 degrees, 56% humidity, partly cloudy, and 2 miles per hour wind.
Boy, wouldn't the folks in the South wouldn't give for that weather right now.
Oh my gosh, it's so cold outside.
I'm in the Midwest, so I'm used to it every winter.
Man,
it's actually a heat wave here right now. It's 12 degrees. Hottest it's been all week.
I do feel bad for the people down in like the Texas area. I heard like 17 people. There was like 17 casualties due to everybody running generators, so there was so much carbon monoxide in the air. And we had a few drivers last night in the Super Speedway Kings actually lose power. Jimmy Crow ended up losing power at the beginning before we started gridding for the race. So hopefully none of that happens here as we're now gridding for the race. Let's look at that humongous Jumbotron. I've been to Bristol myself, and that Jumbotron is absolutely humongous. There's like a good view of the track right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup presented by Intensity Broadcasting. So starting on the pole with a good scorching time of 14.459. Kyle Meyer is starting on the pole. Second place is going to be the 09 of Daniel Folds. Starting in the third place, it's Brendan Queen. Outside of him is the 51 of Zach Wilson. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Isaiah Gill. Starting 6th is Eddie Morse. 7th is going to be the 77 of Blake Stallings. Starting 8th is the 82 of Joseph Wright. Starting 9th is Matt Knights, and then starting last and outside of him, we have Brandon Scholler. So we are now getting set for the race, and before we get started, make sure to share the broadcast, as it does give exposure to the league and its drivers. And also, since Intensity Broadcasting Racing League Short Track Series does not have a sponsor, I mean, I guess the sponsor is Intensity Broadcasting, so make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And also, we do have Twitter as well, as we are on the road to 1,000 on all 3 platforms. And I think we can do it as an iRacing and racing community. So we are getting excited. The energy in this Coliseum is going through the roof.
Oh yeah, should be a good one.
And there's 3 cars: Daniel Foltz, Kyle Meyer, and Brendan Queen. Also, don't count out Zachary Wilson. 4 fast cars, and I think all 4 of them are going to be battling out all throughout this race. They all have great skill levels.
Yeah, Zach Wilson just upgraded the ever-living crap out of his rig this week. He's all Fanatec, all Club Sport, so he just got a lot faster. I believe he retired an old G29 for some Fanatec gear.
Right, so there goes the pace car into the pits, and
Green.
Kick the tires and light the fire. We're going green flag racing at Bristol.
And there we go into turns 1 and 2. 09 of Daniel Folds into the wall.
In the wall.
That's pretty early. There he goes again on the back straightaway. That's going to lose him some track position, as here comes Brendan Queen challenging for second. Daniel Folds fights back on the outside.
The fast side really, or the high side really has become the fast side in the last couple of years, I've noticed here at Bristol, and it seems to be the case here tonight as well, as Daniel Folds tags the wall again.
Man, he's just seeming to have some trouble. Oh! And
Right,
caution comes out.
Caution is out.
First caution of the night. Daniel Folds is
First caution of the series, and probably close to 100 and some odd laps.
Take a look at what happened here. So Daniel Folds just hits the wall. He bounces down to the bottom of the track, misses Isaiah Gill barely, and he ends up hitting Eddie Morris. Joseph Wright barely makes it through. Man. Daniel Folds, he was caught on the outside as soon as the green flag dropped, tagged the wall few times, and then it was one too many times, as then he was launched down to the bottom of the track and into Eddie Morris. But you were right, that was probably the first caution that we've had in 100 laps, which is pretty good. Because of course last race, which was 60, was caution free. Actually, it might have been like 80, because...
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure we had a green-white checker at Nashville.
As we're going to do a quick flyby of the field. Got 10 drivers, so make sure to tell us on Facebook who you're pulling for. Or if you just want to look at the field and what you've learned from practice and qualifying, who do you think? Just do like a blind pick on who you think is going to win.
As long as he's in the field, I'm always going to pick my boy Zach Wilson. Another original Rebel, a founding member, and a absolute rocket man. Other than that, I'm going to have to take the 8, Matt Knights.
Oh yeah, Matt Knights, he's pretty good. Finished, oh no, he wasn't in last race. He did finish 9th or 10th, I forget, last on Nashville. So he's a consistent top 10 driver.
Consistency wins championships.
Exactly. As looks like lights on the pace car has gone off.
Atlee, did you get in on any of the Daytona Week Madness?
Oh, I watched the Clash and the 500.
No, on iRacing.
Oh, on iRacing,
The
no.
180 mile an hour. Oh, you didn't play the 180 mile an hour demolition derby?
Uh-oh.
Oh man, you were missing out.
As we're about to go back green here. Pace car pulls in, and we are back green flag here at Bristol as Brendan Queen is trying to make that outside work, but the 88 of Kyle Meyer clears him. Got a battle for third, side by side, as Isaiah Gill and Zach Wilson. Isaiah Gill got a good run on the high side, and he jumps into the third position. You might have seen a crossover there by Zach Wilson, but he stays beside. Look at that. Top 5 is all in close vicinity to each other, from Meyer all the way to Blake Stallings. Is right now Brendan Butterbean Queen is trying to just evaluate the 88 of Kyle Meyer, see what he's doing when he's lifting and stuff, and he's going to try to evaluate how he's going to make that pass, strategizing.
Really tight racing all the way through the. Ooh, big contact to the wall from Isaiah Gill. That's going to open the door for Zach Wilson to get right back to his back bumper.
Yep, there he is right there. Here he comes. I mean, that same thing has been happening to all the drivers running that high side where they're just slapping the wall.
The wall gremlins are out in force tonight, boys.
You look back out front. Brendan Queen is trying to track down that 88 of Kyle Meyer. Does he have enough juice there to get up to him? He's just trying to evaluate again, just watching to see what he's doing. And of course, tire wear is also going to play a little bit of a factor here.
Yeah, you can only drive these things like a missile for so long before the rubber starts to wear out. It starts to get hot and greasy.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm pretty sure by around lap 30, the brake rotors are going to be glowing red on these machines.
I drove some test laps waiting for the broadcast to go live, and I was running a 14.53, and I wasn't hardly braking it at all. You kind of drive like the Cup car where you just send it in there and it sticks.
Oh, we're side by side for 5th. Or no, that's 6th there. Got Daniel Folds is trying to get back all the positions that he lost after that caution as he's working on Joseph Wright right now. Wright is making that high side work. Folds sticks it in there. Here's Eddie Morris getting back out of the pits.
Eddie Morris, yeah, down and on the apron. 7 laps down. Tough break for him tonight.
Right, I mean, that caution definitely hurt the 83.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Ooh. Around goes Joe.
So I missed that there, but we'll go ahead and get the wreckage replay. So Joe running that high side. There it is in slow motion. Not sure who comes up or who comes down. Or no, that wasn't the
Yeah, it should be right here.
Boom. So Joe maybe got a little bit loose there and then made some contact with the 09, and that, there he goes, sends him around. I gotta see that again. I mean, that's kind of hard to evaluate there. Might watch it from a different angle.
Yeah, that's definitely a racing deal.
All right. Yep. Well, by the way, Blake Stallings and Matt Knight's both heading to the pits, but yep, maybe some wall physics there. Sends them down. And then boom, back in, hits the wall. And it hit the Eddie Feed Me. That is Petey the raccoon on the back of that 82 machine. We look back to real time, and again, Blake Stallings and Matt Knights head into the pits for some fresh tires, potentially some strategy. As there goes Kyle Meyer, the leader, into the... Oh no, he faked it! But then Isaiah Gill heads in. That was a cheeky fake right there by the 88 of Kyle Meyer. Wanted the people behind him to be thinking that he was heading in, and then boom, just cuts back right, cuts right before he crosses that line.
Yeah, shout out to Zach Wilson, though. Came over iRacing comms and told everybody that they were going to go, if they went in on the front stretch like they were going to, they were going to get a black flag for entering, or improper pit entry. Classy man there, that Zach Wilson.
I'm not sure. Is this the single pit road or dual pit road?
Single pit road.
All right. That's going to be a little bit hard to remember.
I didn't even think to look at it before I came in the session, so I messed my job up as race control, I guess.
Single pit road. Continue. Let's take a look. So far, look at that stint length. So top 3 has stayed out, but ooh, here's something to keep in mind. 4th place Daniel Folds is on 18 lap tires compared to the top 3's 24, so that could potentially help him. And then also Blake Stallings and Matt Knights are 5th and 6th, and they have like 2 lap tires, so that could play a factor. And Isaiah Gill also has fresh tires, and Joseph Wright. So I'd watch from 5th to 8th. I'd watch those drivers because all of them have fresh tires compared to the top 3.
It don't matter if it's 1 lap fresher tires or 8 lap fresher tires. Fresher tires is fresher tires.
Exactly. So we'll see if that comes into play here as pace car drops in.
Green,
Leader takes the restart as we are back green here at Bristol as Daniel Folds tags the wall there. Cuts down in front of Blake Stallings and takes 3rd. Zach Wilson falls all the way down to 5th. Now he falls to 6th.
Yeah, those fresh tires are really driving by Zach Wilson, and they're about to be chomping on the tail of Brendan Queen and Kyle Myers.
Brendan Queen was all over the back bumper of Kyle Meyer, but here comes Daniel Folds and Blake Stallings.
Brendan Queen goes to the bottom. He's going to make a move coming out of 2.
Yeah, he says, let's just cut to the chase as he's getting chased by the 09 and the 77 of Blake Stallings and Daniel Folds.
Tags the wall. Daniel Folds tags the back of him.
Whew, this is some short track racing right here. And, side by side again, Brendan Queen is trying to make the pass. Still can't. Oh, maybe some contact there a little bit by the 09 and 03. Oh, 88 of Kyle Meyer tags the wall. And that's going to give the 03.
Yeah, this is an all-out brawl.
Yeah, this top 5 is like all in like very close vicinity right now. This is like the closest battle we've seen all season.
Yeah, really, you can throw a tarp over these top 5, almost 6. Here comes Joe Wright wanting to stick his nose in this fight.
Looks like Kyle Meyer, though, he's able to get clear of Brendan Queen now as here comes Daniel Folds on the high side. Couldn't quite get clear of the 03 of Brendan Queen. Here comes Isaiah Gill as well, making the pass on Brendan Queen.
3 wide into 2.
Oh! 03! Oh, caution's out here at Bristol. Oh my gosh, what a turn of events right there. We were closely battling. Let's take a look at what exactly happened here at Bristol. 77 of Blake Stallings was blinking a little bit. 09 gets into the wall. 77 was making a pass, and then we see some contact between him and the 03 of Brendan Queen. Brendan Queen then, oh my gosh, the 2 of Isaiah Gill is on his lid. Brendan Queen gets his right two tires in the air. Matt Knight's able to avoid it. Let's check that out one more time. Get a little bit closer look at the 77 of Blake Stallings. Was their neck? No, they definitely made contact with each other.
Yeah, there was contact, but the amount of contact was net code.
So
I don't think that much a contact, that little contact should have sent him at that hard.
I don't know. I mean, that was crazy there. I think two of Isaiah Gill just legit get sent onto his lid. So that's 2 or 3 fast cars that got some major damage. Kyle Meyer, Daniel Folds, Zach Wilson, and Brendan Queen all head into the pits, and Joseph Wright stays out.
Joe Wright and Matt Knight's to the point.
It's the first time all season. Oh no, maybe not. I'm not sure. But Joseph Wright takes the lead here. Let's take a look at that stint length now that everybody's. Yeah, let's let everybody head out of the pits. Joseph Wright. So let's take a look at how everybody's tire stints have been going. So Joe has 12 lap tires. 13, 12, 13. So now Kyle Meyer and Zach Wilson have fresh tire compares to the top three's 14 to 13 lap tires. So I'd watch out for Kyle Meyer and Zach Wilson, and also Daniel Folds has fresh tires. Brendan Queen has fresh tires as well. So I'd watch from 4th to 7th, Kyle Meyer, Zach Wilson, Daniel Folds, and Brendan Queen to try to overtake that top 3. I think it's going to be another close battle.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is by far the most cautions we've had in a race, but by God, the racing action is intense.
Oh, I mean, this is great.
We're already at almost 10 to go.
Yeah, this is go time. We're going to see a lot more taking than giving here. As starting on this front row when we restart, got Joseph Wright on the bottom, Matt Knight's on the top. Here we go. Bristol is such a great track, and I mean, if there was one track that I thought on the schedule that would have the best racing, it's definitely Bristol. So pace car pulls in, and we are
we're not going green
back green here.
We're not going green.
Wait. What happened?
Well, it's showing that Isaiah Gill got DQ'd. Not serving black flag.
What? So there's a turn of events right there. We did have a shout out from Isaiah Gill from Michael Lawrence, but Isaiah Gill has just been DQ'd for not serving black flag. There's a crazy turn of events right there. Pace car, we're going to try this. Oh, there. So we're going to try this one more time. Green flag is back out here at Bristol. We're going to have 11 to go as they cross the stripe and get into the point. Great restart. Gets off like a rocket. That's Joseph Wright. Zach Wilson moves into second. Matt Knights is falling all the way. He's falling all the way down to 6th right now.
Joe is just trying to run away while he can. He's got 9 laps to survive a pack of fresh-tired wolves.
Yeah, they're coming right at him. That's a good way to describe these fresh-tire drivers, as they're coming for him. Here comes the 51 of Zach Wilson, trying to make the pass on Joseph Wright.
Zach Wilson's gonna send Brendan Queen to the high side, trying to use Joe as a pick. But Joe's not giving up easy.
That's what you got to do.
Oh, a little too close for comfort there, coming out of 2. Zach Wilson just can't quite make the pass.
Zach Wilson, Brendan Queen fighting for first. They've got Daniel Folds, And Kyle Meyer behind them.
Joe Wright.
Ooh.
Brendan Queen gets down low. He's just got to hang on. Joe Wright still at second, though.
Yeah, he's holding his own, but here comes the 51 of Zach Wilson as Brendan Queen takes the lead. Oh my gosh, we're still like 2 wide. This is crazy. Joe, I mean, he's holding his own with those old tires. He's clear of Zach Wilson, but I mean...
Yeah, it's just like Zach can't get the run off the bottom. It's like the high side's the dominant line.
I mean, that's what seems to be happening. The only person, and Brendan Queen, by the way, has just ran away. He's now got he's now got a 1 second lead over the rest of these drivers, so it's just going to be a battle for second unless the caution comes out.
Well, Brendan Queen ran away because it's a battle back here for second, third, and fourth.
Right, and that's slowing everybody down. Zoo, he finally takes it. Zach Wilson moves into second. So now it's going to be the battle for third. Kyle Meyer is going to have 2 laps to try to make the pass, and there he goes. He takes third place.
Daniel Folds is going to want to try and get it here in lap 50.
So now Kyle Meyer's going to try to make a move for second. He's got it. Oh!
Not quite. What a race. Brendan Queen wins it in dominating fashion after that late race caution. Zach Wilson second, Kyle Meyer third.
Wow, what a
Joe Wright
race.
Hangs on to fifth.
Right. Joe did not stand a chance to all of those drivers with fresh tires. But he did hold his own for a little while, stayed in first. But there is that 03 old school video games and more Ford Mustang burning it down here at Bristol. Wow, leaving his mark. That's his second win for the season. There he goes.
Yeah, he was involved in that last caution with Isaiah Gill and Blake Stallings too. So, and he's hitting the Kawicki.
Polish victory lap for that 03 of Brendan Queen. He's got to celebrate that second win. That's definitely going to help him in points.
Yeah, I mean, he used his drop week already, so.
So we're now going to just take a look here at the finishing results in full. I think we still got to get everything out, but man, big battles, a little bit of drama with Isaiah Gill getting disqualified, and there we go. Here's the finishing results. Brendan Queen had a 1 second lead, took the lead with only like 5 to go, and ran away with it after that. He's your winner. Second place was Zach Wilson. Third ended up being Kyle Meyer. Finishing fourth was Daniel Folds. Fifth was Joseph Wright. Finishing sixth was Blake Stallings. Seventh was Matt Knights. Finishing eighth ended up being Eddie Morse. Ninth was Isaiah Gill. And 10th, he did not start, was Brandon Scholler. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll go ahead and interview all of the top 3 and see what were their thoughts on this race. All right, looks like we have all of the top 3 in the booth. So let's start off by pulling in third place, Kyle Meyer. Hey, Kyle, this is Atlee and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, well, that was a crazy race. Started off by getting the pole. You stayed in the lead. Then, I think it was the second caution you went in, got some fresh tires, and that really paid off. You ended up making it by Joe Wright and Matt Knights, and you ended up getting third. So what are your thoughts on what happened here at Bristol?
Struggled quite a bit in practice to get a feel of what I wanted. So I didn't really know what to expect in qualifying. Don't know how I pulled that one out, to be honest with you. And then the race, I felt like we were good. I don't know if the tires was good or bad. I mean, I felt like it was good, but just wrong place, wrong time. I think we could have gave Brendan a shot, but that's how it is.
Now, with all the battle in there in the last 10 laps, did you feel like you had a faster car on the high side or low side? Because from up here in the booth, it really looked like the high side was the line to be on.
I felt like the bottom was better on fresh tires for a couple laps, and then once they would wear out, then definitely the top.
Right, the line definitely changes with your tires, but again, great job finishing third place. Any shout outs you'd like to thank before we let you go?
All the guys at TFR, Trifolds Racing, Daniel, James, and you guys keep putting on these great races.
Well, great job, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you with another top 3 next week.
That's the plan.
All right, so let's now go ahead and pull in second place. Well, all right, there we go. So, hey, Zach, this is Atlee and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Well, that was a great race by you. I mean, great decision. You ended up pulling in to get some fresh tires, and that helped you. You blew right by Joe, and you ended up taking second place. But, I mean, what were your thoughts on this race here at Bristol?
Hoping I didn't make a mistake by waiting to get those tires. That caution come out there with, I think, about 13 to go. So real opportune time for me to come in, put some fresh rubbers on, and then get back after it and just finish clean.
It looked like you had a little bit of trouble getting around Joe Wright on the while he was on the high side. I feel like the low line was just not as fast as the high side for you, or?
No, the low line worked really well on new tires. Just you were able to keep up on the outside. You were able to, get the run off the corner better, even on old tires. So even on old tires, you're able to hang with someone. Plus, their tires didn't have that many laps on them. Plus, with the caution, they were able to cool down a little bit. So Joe did a really good job running me clean out there on the outside. It was a fun race overall tonight, and glad we brought home second.
Right, that's a great job bringing home second. Anybody you'd like to thank? Any shout-out sponsors before we let you go?
Big shout out to TechWorks. They've stood behind me since I've got into this iRacing venture the past couple of years. So thanks to them and Intensity for throwing everything together and all these guys who showed up tonight. So great race and a great show.
Yeah, we definitely have fun doing this. And again, great job, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yes.
Right, let's go ahead and pull in winner, Brendan Queen. Hey, Brendan, this is Atlee and Alex in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and looks like you were doing good out there, too. You ended up qualifying third. You were up there. You couldn't quite get by Kyle Meyer, and then the pit stops ended up happening. You went in, got some fresh tires, and that's when the turning point happened. You were able to fly right by Joe, and you ended up taking the lead, and you ran away with it, had a 1 second lead at the end there. What were your thoughts after this race here at Bristol?
Yeah, like I said, I don't really run these cars on tracks like this that much on here. I don't think I've ever really ran supers at Bristol in general, but it was fun. It was fast, and the race got going. I wasn't quite as good as the 88, but felt like on the long run, I started kind of getting back to him. And then on that restart, I was able to get under him and just couldn't quite make the pass. I'd kind of burned my stuff up. And then after we pitted and went to the rear, I knew it was going to be a race to whoever could get back to the lead. But I think I had learned so much in that first run that I knew the top was where I wanted to be. And luckily I got in the right spot there and was able to shoot the gap. And, the rest was history after that. I really didn't expect to win it after I pitted and I was that far back, but man, the move for the lead is definitely what won it when I was able to hop from the top to the bottom and pass him in one turn. That was what won it for me.
Yeah, it really looks like you kind of got blessed there as Zach, Kyle, and Daniel and Joe really battled it out, and you were able to run away from them.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I feel like once I got the lead, I probably could have managed it for those 5 laps. Even if they'd have been right there, I'd have just ran the top. But you never know. They might have blew my door off. But definitely them racing didn't hurt. It let me just get away, and I basically could just cruise and didn't have to worry about messing up too bad. I just had to keep it in between the walls.
Yep, that's what you got to do. Well, awesome job. Anybody you'd like to thank, sponsors, or shout-outs before we let you go?
Yeah, I just got to thank Old School Video Games, Bryn Trim, Duragloss, Affordable Transmissions, Rayvon Clark Engines, Zach Passon for painting this car. Head on over to Twitch, the Butterbean03. Check me out over there with the Mullet Mafia. And thank you to Atlee and Alex for y'all putting on the race and broadcasting it. And appreciate it.
I can get behind the Mullet Mafia myself.
Come on over, man. Give us a follow. We got the Mullet Mafia logo over here, and I got the mullet going on the stream.
Oh, mine goes past my shoulder blades, bud.
I'm not that far, but that's because of my belts in the real race car. I don't want it in the way.
Oh, it looks really good at the back of my motocross helmet.
Hey, I believe you there.
Well, I mean, great job here at Bristol, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.
Well, that was an awesome race here at Bristol. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better show. And I mean, what can you expect with probably one of my favorite tracks on the NASCAR schedule? Besides maybe, I don't know, Talladega. And I'm so excited for Bristol Dirt that's coming up. iRacing hasn't added yet, but I think it's going to be coming out with the spring 2021 update. So stay tuned for that. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and also Twitter, as we are on the road to 1,000 on all 3 of those platforms by April 27th. Definitely specifically Facebook. And also, stay tuned because later on tonight, we are going to have the iOS Truck Series, and that's always a fun show. So stay tuned for that. And then tomorrow, we are going to be heading out to Charlotte Dirt Track with the dirt cars. Last race on last Thursday was absolutely a fun show. So make sure to tune into that. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Atlee at Manwees. Over and out.